Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Jan Azhari with student number is 33230048. So, I will present project 2 for syntax course. This presentation will focus on foundational concept in linguistics, the relationship between how we think about language and how we actually speak it. The primary focus of today's discussions is topic 1, deep structure and surface structures. These two levels are essential for understanding how human language is organized and how meaning is transformed into grammar. Introduction to Chomsky's theory. To understand this concept, we must look at a transformational grammar, a theory proposed by Noam Chomsky during the 50s and 60s. Chomsky posed that every sentence operates on two distinct levels, the deep structures, which is the underlying meaning, and the surface structure, which is the actual form we use. At the deep structural level, the focus is on semantic relations, specifically the relationship between the agent who does the action itself, and the object. To move meaning to speech, we apply transformations such as the rule of passivization. This theoretical framework is vital because it allows use to resolve ambiguities in language and explains how different sentences can share the exact same meaning. Let's look at the definition of these two structures in more detail. Deep structure represents the abstract core meaning of a sentence before any syntactic change occurs. It includes thematic roles such as identifying the agent and the patient, and it is considered a universal concept across all human language. Interestingly, while word order might change, the deep structure remains constant. On the other hand, surface structures is the observable versions of a sentence, the words we actually speak or write. It must follow specific rules of phonology and syntax. The structures is the final result after applying transformations like questions formations or negotiation. One important note is that multiple surface structures can often be derived from a single shared deep structure. To help visualize this difference, please look at this comparison. First, representation. The deep structure represents abstract semantic relations, whereas the surface structures represent the actual words and syntax used. Second, variability. The deep structure is fixed for a specific meaning, while the surface structure is variable and changes based on transformations. Third, focus. The deep structure focus on meaning and logic, while the surface structure is concerned with grammar and phonology. Fourth, example. In the deep structure, we might have the best relationship of dog chase cat. When transformed into a passive surface structure, it becomes cat is chased by dog. How we do actually get from a thought to a sentence? We use transformations. Transformations are specific rules that convert deep structures into surface structures. A common example is changing an active sentence like John hit the ball into the passive form. The ball was hit by John. The key takeaway here is that transformations preserve the original meaning while only altering the external form. This mechanism explains synonym, how two different sentences mean the same thing, and assists in resolving ambiguity. Let's, let's examine some specific example of this theory in action. Consider the deep relationship where the agent Charlie performs the action of breaking on the patient's window. This can result in surface 1, Charlie broke the window, or surface 2, the window was broken by Charlie. We also see this in ambiguous surface structures, such as the sentence, visiting doctors can be a nuisance. This single sentence has two possible deep structures. First, are visiting the doctor, and second, where the doctors are the ones visiting us. Deep structures is an essential tool for ambiguity resolution because it clarifies meanings that aren't clear on the surface. For example, consider the headline Drunk gets 9 months in violin case. Does this mean a legal case in court involving a violin or a literal musical instrument, chess? By analyzing the deep structures, we can reveal the multiple underlying meanings that the surface syntax often hides from us. In summary, the distinction between deep and surface structures help us understand the complex layers of human communication. Thank you for your time and attention. Let's move to the second part of this presentation. We will analyze how sentences are structured hierarchically using tree diagrams. These diagrams are not just visual aids, they represent the surface structures and how various phrases like noun phrase and verb phrase interact according to syntactic rules. Sentence 1. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Let's, let's look at the first example. The subject noun phrase. Notice how the noun phrase is expanded. It consists of a determiner, the, followed by two adjectives, quick and brown, which modify the noun fox. This shows that an NP can contain multiple modifiers. The predicate verb phrase contains the verb jumps and a proportional phrase. The proportional phrase is further broken down into a preposition over and another noun phrase, the lazy dog. This diagram illustrates a standard as subject noun phrase for phrase structures, where the verb phrase also branches into a preposition phrase to indicate direction or location. Sentence 2. The girl who is wearing a red dress is dancing. The second sentence is significantly more complex because it demonstrates recursion or embedding. Embedding. Subject with relative clause. Here, the main noun phrase is the girl. However, it is modified by a relative clause. Inside the relative clause act like a mini sentence within the noun phrase. It contains a conjunction, who, and auxiliary verb, is, and a next verb phrase wearing a red dress. Next noun phrase inside that relative clause we have another noun phrase, a red dress with its own determiner adjective noun structure. Main verb finally. The entire complex subject is linked to the main verb phrase is dancing, consisting of an auxiliary and the main verb. Sentence 3. Direct objects and instruments. Sentence 3. Stefano saw the Yahazgala with the telescope. In this third example, we analyze a transitive sentence. Simple subject. The noun phrase is a single proper noun, Stefano. The verb phrase. The verb phrase branches into the verb saw, and a direct object noun phrase, the Yehazkiela. We also see a prepositional phrase with the telescope. In syntax, these structures show how the telescope is the instrument used for the action saw. This illustrates how a verb phrase can handle both an object and a modifier simultaneously. Sentence 4. She believes that the earth is round. The fourth sentence demonstrates how a sentence can be the object of a verb. This use a pronouns pro the subject. This use a pronoun she as the noun phrase. Verb of connection. The verb believes takes a relative clause, often called complementizer clause in other frameworks, as it complement. The word that introduces a new noun phrase, the earth, and a verb phrase is round. The diagram shows how deep level thoughts are structured as sentence within sentence. Okay, the last sentence. The house where I grew up has been demolished. Last sentence. The house where I grew up has been demolished. Finally, we have a very intricate surface structures. The subject noun phrase, the house, is modified by the relative clause where I grew up. This tells us specifically which house we are talking about. Complex verb sequence. Look at the verb phrase branch. We have a sequence of three verbs representing has been demolished. This is a perfect example of a surface structure that has undergone multiple transformations from active to passive to reach its final form. To wrap up, these three diagrams prove that even a simple sentence has a deep logically heresy. By mapping this out, we can see exactly how the deep structures of meaning is organized into the surface structures of speech. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.